In 1978, I was born in 1976, it's very important. We were the first company, Devall Towing, to put Cummins engines in a push boat in our area.
Oh,
And the boat was named after me. Our parent company is Southern Devall, and we own and operate over 70 boats. And I would say well over 90% of them are operated by Cummins.
this is Greg Trauthwein with Maritime Reporter TV, and we're here in New Orleans. We're at the International Workboat Show, and we're very pleased to be with David Devall, Devall Diesel Services, to talk about his company, its history, and also its relationship with Cummins. So David, just to start us off, Devall Diesel Services, can you just give me an overview of the company today, kind of a by the numbers look at the company, its history, and where you're at today?
Well, I think, Greg, it'd be great to start with our history
Yep.
because our legacy and our history is a story to be told. So my grandma and grandpa, Alfred and Lavelle Devall, started our business in 1952. So with $3,800 in their pocket, they bought 3 wooden hull boats, and then our legacy started. So my dad and his 4 of his brothers ended up buying my grandparents out later on. And interestingly, that we're having this conversation, I was talking with my dad this morning. In 1978, I was born in 1976, it's very important. We were the first company, he was, Devall Towing, to put Cummins engines in a push boat in our area.
Oh.
And the boat was named after me. So it powered the namesake, the David C. Devall. So when everybody was running Detroits and boats and barges, he took a chance on Cummins. And it's been almost 50 years that relationship started. And it's been a great relationship. The legacy still lives on. In 1994, my oldest brother, Mike, started Devall Diesel. And with Devall Diesel Services, it started out as an internal mechanism with our family business with the boats that we had and the barges. And he grew it to be one of Cummins' largest marine inland dealers along the Gulf Coast and perhaps possibly in the United States, if not one of the top. And then it was actually 1996 that we actually became a Cummins dealer. So we're approaching our 30-year mark, and it's been a great relationship. It's a proven product. You know, others come in, others interject themselves in our market, but Cummins have always solidified not only their brand but their relationships with their dealers. And it's just something that we're proud to live that legacy on with Cummins.
Wow, I mean, that's what I love about this show. That's what I love about this region.
Yeah.
You get personal stories, family histories, and I think that's awesome. That
Yeah.
the Cummins heritage actually comes back around to you
That's
and a
right.
boat named after you. So
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Yeah. So when you look at the Cummins relationship that you've had over the years, and you kind of discussed it
Yep.
briefly, but I mean, can we just take a deeper dive into, there are lots of choices out there.
Yep.
You know that, and I know that. I mean, what is it specifically about Cummins, the engines, the service, that really make it stand out for this very specific market?
I think it's just a proven product.
Okay.
Cummins has been proven. You know, like I said, in our market alone, it's one that's grown with the market. It is one that's always evolved to the needs of our industry, and they keep it simple. Even though we're moving into the tier 4s and the more electronic components and technology, Cummins is still makes it easy for us to service, makes it easier to sell the engines. So it's just one of those things that sometimes you don't change, and the core product of Cummins doesn't change. It doesn't need to change. They have to evolve a little bit, but they don't change. And that's a great foundation to have.
I know you're saying about it's a core product, but of course innovation, with the changing regulations, the rules, the emissions, everybody's always worried about how much fuel they burn. When you look at the engine lineup today, what do you count as some of the most significant innovations or advances just in the Cummins lineup?
The simplicity. Cummins has maintained a simplicity as they evolve with the new technology, with the emissions procedures and protocols put on us. It's a simplicity that they maintain is probably the number one key factor.
Okay.
It's just, they're easy to work on. They're very dependable. That has always been, and it will continue to be when others even try to walk into our market or push themselves through our market, whatever it may be. I just think that Cummins represents something you just can't replace. The company that I work for, our parent company is Southern Devall, and we own and operate over 70 boats. and I would say well over 90% of them are operated by Cummins.
Obviously, you have a close relationship with Cummins.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if anybody watching this doesn't know the Cummins name. But if you had to really distill down the key points of why anyone that's operating workboats, tugboats, towboats, anything in this difficult environment, and what the value proposition is to work with Cummins and Devall Diesel Services, what would that be?
I think it's the partnership we have with Cummins. I think it's second to none. I think in the marine propulsion business, as I mentioned earlier, Cummins is a proven commodity. It's one that it does evolve with the times, but at the same time maintains a simple platform that's easy to navigate within the industry. And for us, we depend on Cummins, not only just to operate our boats, but also it employs, just for Devall Diesel, almost 50 employees that rely strictly on Cummins and a few other brands that we carry.